Welcome to the Unstoppable Trifecta, the podcast where leadership meets real life. Listen in as we explore what it means to lead with resilience, walk in accountability, and live with humility. No matter your title or story, you belong here. You can find this show on all the major platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on our website, theunstoppabletrifecta.buzzsprout.com. And now, here's your host for the Unstoppable Trifecta, Julia.
Today's episode is personal. It's not just another leadership lesson or mindset tool. It's a moment of reflection, a moment of love, a moment of legacy. You see, today is my son Joe's 38th birthday. And if you've been with me for a while, you know Joe isn't physically here anymore. But he's everywhere in what I do. He's in my leadership, he's in my story, and he's in this message I'm about to share with you. The title of today's episode is, Who Are You Becoming Through Adversity? It's a question that shaped me for absolutely more than any title, any success, or any certification that ever could. Because adversity strips away everything that isn't real. It doesn't care about your resume. It doesn't pause to ask if you're ready for it. It doesn't make a calendar appointment before it arrives. And when it hits, it takes your breath. It takes your plans. It takes your people. And you're left staring at the raw truth of who you really are and who you're becoming. For me, that moment came on December 21st, 2021. The day Joe died of a sudden heart attack. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, could have prepared me for that level of loss. And yet, in the middle of that heartbreak, something inside of me whispered, "You're not done." Not because I was strong, not because I was ready, but because love demanded a legacy. Joe lived his life with heart, with kindness, with service, and he didn't need a stage or a spotlight to make an impact. He showed up again and again and again for the people around him. And now, that's who I want to be through adversity. Someone who shows up, someone who leads with heart, someone who turns pain into purpose. In Leadership ER, we talk about what it means to lead in the emergency room moments of life. When pressure rises, when emotions run high, when decisions really matter. But the truth is, some of the most important decisions we will ever make aren't professional. They're personal. They're the decision to get back up, to speak life over yourself, to find hope in places where it feels like it's been drained dry, to choose becoming over breaking. That's the kind of leadership adversity demands. It doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. And it asks, will you keep showing up even when it hurts? Because here's the thing, adversity is not the enemy of your growth. It's often the catalyst for it. And the reason I now teach on resiliency. There are still mornings, and I'll admit, there are still mornings I wake up and want to pull the covers back over my head. But grief has no timeline, and healing isn't linear. But every time I read a book, I imagine Joe sitting there and me reading it to him. And every time I speak, I picture him sitting on the front row, cheering me on. Every time I get quiet enough to listen, I hear that same whisper, "You're not done." That's not just my message. That's yours too. Whatever you're facing, a loss, a transition, a betrayal, a health scare, I want you to ask yourself, who am I becoming through this? Not how do I survive it? Not how do I get over it, but how can I grow from it? Because there's one thing I know, and that is, if adversity is going to come, and it will, Because one of my favorite sayings is, we're not going to get out of this world without trauma, so it's going to come. Then let's make sure it doesn't come in vain. Let it shape you into someone wiser, someone that's softer, someone that's stronger, someone more grounded in grace than you've ever been. So here's what I want you to do today in honor of Joe. Be kind to someone quietly. Show up for a friend who's struggling. Lead with heart, even if no one sees it. Because that's how we change the world. Not with noise, but with becoming. And if you're walking through adversity right now, I want you to know this. You are not alone. You are not broken. And you're not finished. Let adversity do what it came to do. Not to destroy you, but to reveal the leader, the healer, and the warrior within you. And Joe, this one's for you. Happy birthday, son. Your light lives on. Joe didn't just talk about kindness, he lived it. He worked for the Louisville Coalition for the Homeless, serving those who are often unseen. And it would mean the world to me on his birthday if you would consider honoring his legacy with a donation to the coalition in his name. The link is in the show notes. No pressure, just love. Because every act of generosity ripples further than we can ever imagine.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unstoppable Trifecta. If something resonated, share it, review it, and follow for more. You can find this show on all the major platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on our website, theunstoppabletrifecta.buzzsprout.com. Resilience, accountability, and humility are daily choices. Keep leading with heart. See you next time.